Hey everyone, this is Justin from Justin Ray on Instagram and also YouTube. I just wanted to say a quick hello to everyone, and today I'm going to be switching up the video a bit. I know I normally do Dollar Tree crafts, but today I thought it would be fun to show you some thrift flips I just recently did. I tried to pick up some items that you can typically find in any thrift store. I also wanted to challenge myself and upcycle them using only items I had around my house, and especially things from the Dollar Tree. Both of these projects cost under $10 for all the materials, and I think both of these items could fit any different style of decor by just switching out the colors, and I love that they are easy upcycles. I really hope you get inspired and enjoy the video.
Okay, so the first thing you want to do is try and find a tray. I really liked this one because of its like round shape. I felt like it was a little bit more modern, and I got it from the Goodwill for only $2.99. So the first thing we want to do is go ahead and cover the base with paper, because we're going to kind of create like a pattern, and that's what we're going to cover the base of the tray with. There might be an easier way to do this, but I thought it was pretty simple. I just took a whole bunch of this white paper from the Dollar Tree and just pressed it into the sides, and then I'm just going to cut it out to create my pattern. I will mention that Slice Tools sent me this little cutter, and it's fantastic because you don't have to worry about it cutting your skin, and it's so easy to use. So I just went back through and taped all the pieces down just to make sure that they didn't move out of place for when we picked it out of the tray. As you can see, we have our pattern, and the next part was really fun for me because, like I said, I tried to use materials around my house. So I found this old blind in my basement, and I thought, hey, this would be perfect to kind of create like a faux bamboo look. So all I did was I placed the pattern on it and just traced the outside with a Sharpie marker. I really went over all of the edges just to make sure that I had the exact pattern of that size. Now once we have the whole outside completely covered, what we're going to do is remove our pattern, and then I just used a little bit of packing tape around the outside because you want to be able to keep the blind together, because when you cut it, it's all strung together, so it will fall apart. So the packing tape really helps to keep it together. And then I just went through and I pressed everything down to make sure it got all the strings and all the pieces of the blinds in the tape. And then using some scissors, I just went around the outside and cut out our pattern. As you can see, the tape really helped to keep it all together, which is perfect, so then it's not falling apart while you're trying to trim the edges. Now once we have the whole blind part completely cut out, we're just going to trim the edges and make sure it fits perfectly into the tray. One of the things I really liked about using a blind for this project is it's pretty stretchy, so even if you do make a mistake, you can kind of just like pull it over to the sides. And then using my hot glue gun, I just slowly started placing hot glue on the outside and started gluing it section by section. And as you can see, you can kind of just press it right into place. It's so easy to work with. So I got really lucky and found this blind in my basement, but I'm sure that you could find something similar. It's kind of like the plasticky, like outdoor kind. I'm sure you could find it at like a thrift store or something. And then I just went back through and I hot glued down all the little strings. And now that we have it completely glued down, this next step is what's really gonna pull it together. And we're gonna use a little bit of this flat black spray paint from Rustoleum and just give it an all over coat. I ended up giving it 2 coats because you really want to make sure you get in between those blinds and really give the base a really good coat of paint. And that's it, you're done. I think it was such an easy way to update any type of tray that you could find. I think it came out looking so sharp. I love the way it looks on my table. Okay, this next one I think came out really cool looking. I did a little poll on my Instagram seeing if anybody wanted to see another faux texture using caulking, so that's exactly what I did, and I love the way it came out. For this one, it's pretty simple. All you need to do is find a vase, and I got this one at the Goodwill for $2, and then we're gonna use a little bit of caulking from the Dollar Tree, and we're just gonna cover the entire thing with it. So the caulking actually adheres really, really well to the glass, so no need to worry about like sanding it down or anything like that. It'll stick right to it. So once we have it completely covered, we're just gonna go through and we're gonna smooth it all out. And you don't have to be too precise with this, just kind of spread it all over because we don't want it to be super smooth because we're gonna end up creating a texture over top of it. So just have fun with it. And as you can see, we have it completely covered. You need no more than probably like 1/4 of an inch. I wouldn't make it too thick. We just want enough so that we can create our little pattern in it. So what we're gonna do is take one of these combs. I got this at the Dollar Tree, and then just slowly drag it back and forth across. And you just kind of want to stay a little consistent, dragging it around, kind of creating like a circular pattern. So I think my caulking might have been a little old or something, so it started to dry, but it's okay because you can still go in and kind of, as you can see, I was just like digging out little marks. And now that we have it completely covered, what we're gonna do is just let it dry for a couple hours and then we're gonna spray paint it. So I used this Krylon in matte sand dollar, and I love this color because I think it's like a perfect neutral, and you're just gonna go ahead and cover the whole vase. And I know this is a really weird way to spray paint, but I kind of do it in like little spots. That way I get into all the little nooks and crannies. And I did go back through and I just applied another coat and let that dry. And now once the vase is completely dry, we're just gonna go back through with this lightweight spackling and we're just gonna rub it all over, getting into each one of those little like gouges that we created. It's just gonna give it like the perfect aged texture. As you can see, I'm just rubbing it in all over. What I love about projects like this is that it's such a simple and easy DIY that anybody can do it, and I think you just get amazing results. And now taking a wet paper towel, I just went back through and I kind of wiped off all the excess on the outside. You can see by wiping it off, you get a little bit more of that brown coming through. And now all you have to do is let the spackling dry, which it doesn't really take that long, and you're done. And I love the way these came out because I think they're perfect for any type of decor. I think they fit like beach or farmhouse or boho. I just think they look so sharp.
I really hope you enjoyed the video. I loved doing both of these thrift flips. They're such an easy way to get high-end looks. If you did enjoy and you'd like to see more thrift flips or curb find flips, let me know in the comments, and don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. And you can also follow me on Instagram at Justin Ray. Ray is spelled with a W-R-A-Y. Thank you for watching.